All right, Shabbat Shalom. This is GMS Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another live Shabbat lesson. As always, we're going to give all praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honor to the elders, apostles of GMS. Peace and blessing and salutation to the hopeful elect. All right, those that follow after the Lamb. And this particular lesson here is going to be basically around communication and fellowshipping and the inner workings of the body, man. All right, and more or less centered around keeping order, man. All right, because all those are a must. You know, being in communication, all right, fellowshipping and keeping order is a must within the body of the Lord, man. Within these different churches throughout the various cities and states, man. All right, you can never come in or be a brother that's on the side and not know that these things are a must. Okay. But the first one I wanted to go into to get down to the meat of the matter is give me that Hebrews, man. Hebrews 10.
The book of Hebrews 10, chapter 10, verse 25. It says, "For forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching."
One more time, man.
Hebrews 10 and 25. Can I start from 24?
You can start at 23.
Con.
Well, go to 22 to be exact.
Okay. Hebrews 10 and 22. It says, "Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water."
Right, and those are another focal point of coming into the word of the Lord, because a lot of these different habits and these wayward ways that we had in the world, sometimes a brother can make a mistake and carrying them into the truth and the way of thinking and the way of looking at the men that's on the side of you, looking at them as if they're just a guy in the world, or compared to a guy in the world. You gotta wash those things out of you, man. All right, you gotta come in with the mindset of these men are different, or this is a whole different ball game that I'm dealing with here. All right, go ahead.
Hebrews 10 and 23. "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
Right.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works."
Right. And that comes with building each other up. That's what, because the love is what ultimately the keeping of the commandments, man, and boosting and helping each other to keep those commandments to the best of our abilities, man, and helping one another. Go ahead.
Hebrews 10 and 25. "Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching."
Right. Not forsaking the assembly. And that assembly is coming together, whether it be on camera, off camera, whether with the whole body of brothers or just you and another brother, you three other brothers, man. These things are a must. You can't forsake those things, man, especially, all right, in these times that we're approaching. Because, hey, man, the ultimate test finna come, man. You remember back in the day where it's testing time in school, all right? They put you in the room, they put a pen and a sheet of paper in front of you. You take that test. Well, guess what? The ultimate test is finna come. All right? E is already up here demon. This is a small test with the jab is right here. Then we know what's coming after that, man. So this test is here. So while the test is finna get presented to us, you know, we must. It must be a must that we're in full assurance of our faith and coming together, man. All right, go ahead. Get that word exalting out.
Exhorting. I got
Yeah,
it.
exhorting.
Strong's G 3870. Parakaleo. Parakaleo.
Halakaleo, it says exhorting, to call to one side, to call for, to address, to summon, to speak to, entreaty, comfort, instruction, to admonish, to beg, to beseech, to counsel, to strive to appease by entreaty, to encourage and strengthen by consolation,
Keep going. I got more, right?
to comfort, it says to strengthen, to instruct, to teach, to pray, to entreat, to besought, to desire, to invite, to call neighbor.
Do they say anything about communicate?
I don't see anything in the Strong's to see.
If not, get if one of you brothers can get it, get G2841. G2841.
I got it. This Strong's G2841, koinonia. It says to come into communication or fellowship with, to become a sharer, be made a
Become a
part,
what?
to become a sharer.
And what's that sharing? The sharing of information amongst each other. Because sometimes when you come amongst the body, you find out that there's men that have the same likings and things that you like sometimes. Skill wise, different brothers do music, brothers do different things, and you'll find out with the sharing of information, or even scripturally, even with the truth, you find out that another brother taking liking in the same things you like, man, and vice versa. Go ahead.
It says to be made a partner, to enter into fellowship, to join oneself to an associate.
Oh man, to join oneself to associate, to become a partner, man. All right.
If I could.
And what you become a partner in this business of ours, man. All right. You become a partner in this, because this is the one thing that it has to be structured around. All right, the truth. You can't be a brother in the truth, and all y'all do is do crazy shit together, but it's not structured around the basis of the truth, man. And I didn't seen guys do that before, in the past, where guys structure it around, some type of worldly friendship, but that shit don't last long, because at the end of the day, friends, what it tell you in the scriptures, it said, friends love at all times, but a brother is born through adversity. Friends don't rebuke each other, man. And then if you got that one friend that do rebuke the one guy, he loses him, man, because they don't want to be told any goddamn thing. This is a business. It's never personal, man. Okay? But go ahead, Amawad. Shlak.
I just want to say the very first precept they have listed under this is Romans 12:13. It says, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality. So you got to distribute, you got to distribute yourself. You got to communicate to the saints. And we're the saints right now, man.
That's right. You got to distribute time. You got to distribute, like I say, yourself. You got to sacrifice, man. This comes first. This you start to understand over time, all right, that this truth comes before your family, your kids, all right, even you, in a sense, man. This has to be handled first, man. and the works have to be done first. All right, communication is in the midst of all that. You anything else? Amawat? Anything else in there? Some more meat?
It says communicate, distribute, be partaker, to share with others. That's it.
Yeah, and brothers, we do share, man. Brothers get, you know, you say if a brother get some bread, some extra bread, brothers, break it off with the akim, man. You know, and this is the things that you wayward scoffers out there that don't know, because all y'all think that we are a bunch of you call us bummites and this and that. Well, brothers do. How we that, but we have things that happen behind the scenes that you don't know about, man. Brothers get together, brothers do things, strive to do things, man. You know? But that was it on that. Anyone of you brothers had a precept? If I move on.
Yeah, I had a quick one. This is 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Yeah, break it down. You go ahead.
It pretty much speaks for itself. Let all things be done decently and in order, as the elder brother's been going into. Communication, fellowship, all these things that are vital to being a part of this body. You got to let everything be done decently in order, all from the elder all the way down, constantly in communication, seeing how brothers are doing. If you see brothers maybe having little issues here, there, that may be affecting them, visibly affecting them. Hey, being in communication with them and seeing what the meat of the matter is, to be that iron that sharpeneth iron, because this body is only as strong as the weakest link. And with the times we're coming into, we all got to be standing firm and be circumspect with everything, because as the elder brother was saying, he's about to come with that pressure. We can see that the job's on the line now. We're talking about people getting sent to places because they don't want to be a part of the agenda. Everybody's got to be in that right mind and stay in communication. We got to know if brothers are going through things, brothers coming to a situation where they may lose their job, or they're in straits, and we got to work on it to make sure everybody's all right. And that everybody ultimately gets through everything.
Hey, Amawat, give me Galatians 6:1 and read down to 7, or read down to 6.
I was holding verse 6. That's the spirit. It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, you which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
Go ahead.
Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of knock you out.
And that's self-explanatory, man. Bearing each other's burdens, man. And brothers strive to do that to keep each other afloat, man. And that's a part of the exhortation part. That's a part of also communicating, because a lot of times you be going through some shit and brother don't know, man. And brother see you come with a different spirit to camp. A lot of times younger men carry things that are going on at home at camp, man. But sometimes you gotta express those things, man, and get it off your chest. Yep. At least get it off your chest, man, to where you vent it out, man. And the brothers don't know that unless you say something, man. Go ahead.
I got you.
I can't hear that, brother. What you say?
You mind if I just made a quick point to back you up, Elder?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, in this truth, it's not all about being a loner or he-man. Hey, we all got demons in different situations that are weighing heavy on us. And you shouldn't be embarrassed to think brothers are going to look down on you if you really need help on some things and need counsel on some things. That's what we're here for. The brothers to give you advice on situations they may have been through, and to tell you what you need to do to ultimately better yourself and keep pushing forward.
Right. And this brother here, he said it best, man. And shalom, Mark. Yeah, but y'all shot Brakatah. You know, it's shown through countenance, man. You see it. You know, a lot of times when you around the counselor, you around the same men, year in, year out, you form a relation where you can look at. Sometimes you can look at a brother and say he's raw in the spirit, or today the brother not feeling well, he might be sick, or whatever. You can tell something is ultimately going on with him in the spirit. All right. And sometimes, more or less, brothers, you know, you go to your brother and ask him, "Hey, what's going on with you, man?" All right, and it's not the, you know, more or less fuck with you. It's also to just, you know, to see what's going on, man. Like Esau said in the world, it's like a welfare check, man. You come to see how, you know, how your brother doing, and assisting and helping them too. Because one thing about us, man, we don't sit there, you know, more or less and watch a man drown. You throw in a rope and try to help him, man. A life jacket, or you get in that water with him, all right, and get dirty with him, man. Sometimes it gets amongst men, things get nasty, all right, men, because men gonna get into it, man, you know. But it also is a form of if you keep that constant communication going on, these things can be prevented, all right. Because you also got young men, and you got men out there that they don't want to deal. You got to deal straight up, man. If you got a problem with another man, you have to come to him and say that shit, man. You know, you got to get it off your chest, man.
I can make a point.
Yeah.
Just add something to what you just was saying. If you not building a brother up, then you're assisting and tearing him down. You got to do, bro.
An enabler.
Yeah, because you'll say, well, I ain't doing nothing towards him. Well, you assisting and tearing him down or letting him fall. So you either doing either or. You got to do it.
Yeah, keep going. I'm a while.
I got your precept too when he finished.
All right.
This Galatians 6:2 again. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Right, and you can't come in. You have to. Another part of this thing too, in the midst of the communication, in the midst of the fellowshipping, you got to stay in a base of being humble too, because you might deal with a brother that's low in the spirit and knowledge of understanding these scriptures right now, because I didn't see that one minute the brother is down here, the next minute the brother could be up here, but you might be up here above him in scriptures, but you got to stay humble though, man. You can't think of yourself as being somebody great and almighty, man, when you really nothing, man. You know, you got to keep that humbleness about yourself too. Coming in this thing, man. All right, you got to stay meek. You got to stay putting yourself as the last brother, even though you just say you the first brother in the spirit, but you got to put yourself as the last brother, man. You got to strive to be the last brother, man. That's how you keep a level of humbleness in you, man. Keep going up.
But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another.
Right, and that's another thing. That's another thing, man. You're not actually throwing your weight on another man, in a sense, because we do help each other, but they have had men, all right, in the past that, you know, we know them. You know, it don't make no sense to say their names, but you have guys that they want you to carry them to the kingdom, in a sense. They don't want to do nothing, absolutely nothing. They don't want to do no videos. They don't want to fellowship. They don't want to. Somebody help me out. Y'all brothers know what I'm talking about, because you know brothers experience that shit. You know,
they don't want to be around.
They don't want to be around, but they want to be carried to the kingdom.
Ride your coattails.
Yeah, they want to ride your coattails.
It's awkward.
Yeah, we in the midst of breaking bread. We going through scriptures, but when it's imperative for him to know these breakdowns and scriptures in the same walking I'm walking. Oh no, I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Go ask so and so. It's not serious. Just read that part again, though.
It says, this Galatians 6:4. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another.
Yeah. You 6, 7, 8 years in, you dealing with somebody in front of Macy's. Oh, let me call my brother. He know that breakdown. He know that precept. Nah, man, you been in with the man. You supposed to know that, man. You know, you want, like I say, you got guys, they don't want to do their own work. They don't want to make make a way for themselves, because we all on the same path. We all helping each other, but you can't sit up there and destroy your weight. You know, I got 8 sacks. You got 6 sacks. You gonna throw your 6 on me, man, and walk the rest of the way on side of me talking. You all right, brother? You good? Nah, I ain't good, man. I got all these sacks on my back, man. But go ahead, Doc.
You mind if I
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
if I could just make a point real quick? Are we all not all pieces of the same body, Yahushai, and all the brothers are one body in their camp? And with the body, if there's some kind of disease in it, what's it considered? A tumor or a cancer is something negative to the body, and that's not something you want to be, because that's something that eventually has to be taken care of and cut off from the body. You got to make sure that you're whatever piece you are, you're a healthy piece, contributing to everything, making everything flow perfectly, not being a burden.
Yeah, man. Yeah, keep going, Doc. It's gonna say that in the next verse, man.
Verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden.
Yeah, bear your own burden, man. And don't put them burdens on your brother. Don't put a burden that you have to deal with as a man on a personal note, on some other shit, on some family shit, or some shit with you. Don't go and put that burden on that man where, well, you know it's something that you got to handle, man. Because you got a lot of guys that, you know, there's a situation that they got to handle. I can't do it for you. These brothers on the camera can't do it for you. Apostle Tahar can't do it for you. You got to do it, man. You got to put your motherfucking foot down. All right? You got to handle your motherfucking business. And I'm saying it like that because it's just that more important, especially in the times that we're in, man. How much more are you going to sit around here and scratch your ass on the concrete, man? When that, like I say, we all into this. We not in the game of sweeping shit on the rug. You gotta put that rug up, clean that shit, clean the rug, and get everything clean, man. You gotta handle it because the dirt gonna be still there. The shit still standing in front of you, man. You gotta face that monster. You know? Keep going up. It's gonna get to the main part.
Verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
One more time, Mark.
Galatians 6, verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
And what's the all good things? This truth, man. This truth is the all good things, man. And you have to communicate in this thing. All right? When you on that block, you got a speaker, 2 readers. All right, you got the guys that holding posts. That's on the ends, that's facing different ways. They got to communicate with the guys on the other side. Hey, watch this guy right here, man. This nigga drunk. This nigga is aggressive. That has to be communicated. All right? You know, brothers' whereabouts, how you moving, has to be, all these things have to be communicated, man. All right? Even in like a, you know, I always, for some reason, bring out a car. A car has a computer that communicates when the ticket come on. All right? When the brakes are being pushed. A door is open. All right? It's always communication amongst a body, all right? Even your body has a central nervous system, a brain, a heart, all right? A stomach, which, like, you know, we have one particular brain, but your body really has 3 brains, man, in a sense. You have a heart, you have a literal heart that pumps blood, you have a stomach, you have an actual brain. All these works in unison with each other, man. Because you best believe if you eat something jacked up with that stomach, something, you know, that stomach, it can tell you something wrong with you, man, or something greater can come. You mess your heart up, you get what they call it, culinary, what it is, clogged arteries and shit. You gonna know it, man. Something wrong with your brain, concussions and shit, you gonna know it. But your body is in communication, even when there's a cut, a deep wound. Your body sends signal to come to fix that, man. So how much more the body of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and you playing your part. All right, go ahead. I think that was it, right?
Okay.
Cause you already got, you know, you can, you know, you don't have to get it again, but the brother had got communication. All right, the brother had got the word communication right there. You know.
I got a precept for you too.
And like I said too, man, communication is a part. And for the younger brothers that's coming in, man, all right, communication is a part of this thing. Communication is one of the most important things of a camp or of a body, because without that, you don't have a body, man. Okay, these things it's one of the most important things. Go ahead, Akim. Y'all, whoever wanted to go. Before I get into the scripture real fast.
Okay.
Con.
I got you going, Kyle? You got yours? You was holding, right?
Yeah, con. Well, basically what you're saying is pretty much contribution is the solution, man. Because communication is an action. It's an action verb, man. And you contribute to the actions. The only way you can basically put something into play is you got to put a contribution towards it, man. You gotta make a stride towards it. All right. But this 1 Peter 4:7, I'm gonna read down. I'm gonna get this word in here. It says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging." I'm gonna get this word hospitality right, Chandler Strong.
Strong's G 5382. Philoxenos.
Yeah.
Philoxenos.
Right. Being hospitable. You be hospitable through communication, man. The only way one can be hospitable, you be hospitable with greeting. All right. Checking a brother temperature. Checking on the state of the flock. All right. Being hospitable is being generous to guests. Who are the guests? The friends. Who are your friends? Your neighbors. And the truth. It says, given to hospitality, found of guests given to. Lovers, understanding that you have to be intimate. With intimacy, when you go into that word, koinonia, man, which not forgetful to communicate in Hebrews 13:16. But the root right here says,
Strong's G 5384. Philos.
yeah,
Philos.
it says friend, to be friendly to one, to wish him well, and associate. He who associates familiarity with one, a companion. This the point. One of the bridegroom's friends who on his behalf asked the hand of the bride and rendered him various services in closing the marriage and celebrating the nuptials. Dear, actively found, a neighbor, friend. So it says, so as every man, 1 Peter 4:10, had received the gift, all right, of that same gift, which we have gifts to bring in the body, even so minister, all right, the same one to another, which a minister is a servant. So y'all serving each other, right, in hospitality, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, of our power. You got it out.
Somebody give me that Hebrews 13:16 real fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the other scripture to get.
I got you. All right. Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads, "But to do good and to communicate, forget not. For with such sacrifices, Yahweh is well pleased."
Yeah. So with the sacrifice of communicating, all right, and it said to do good. What is to do good? Somebody get Galatians 6:10. Somebody get Sirach 12:1. It's gonna tell you, what is the do good part about, man.
I got the Galatians.
It says to do good and to communicate and to forget not to do these things, man. All right.
I got this a rock.
Even in a physical battle, all right, with military and warriors and men, those men communicate on where's the enemy, where's the coordinates of where we at. All right, so there don't be no miscommunication or misunderstanding of things, man, because it's vital that somebody can get killed, man. All right. And when I'm gonna say this too, when there are men that's communicating to you, you gotta get your mind, all right, off the bullshit, man, to where you can hear and understand what's going on. Because men can point out to you there's danger, and you up there, you just in cloud nine, man. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
This is You want the Galatians?
Yeah, Galatians.
This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 10. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Read it. Go to 9 and read down to 10. That's a good one.
This is Galatians 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
That's
As
right.
As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Yeah, so to do good, let us continue communicating while we have, and it also says, as we have the opportunity, man, because we have the opportunity right now to communicate, to fellowship, man. When Esau cut off the lights, he cut off the water supply and the food, all right, and he has his tanks and Humvees around. It ain't gonna be none more of that. You're gonna have men that didn't want to do that. All of a sudden now you're gonna miss that, man. Man, I wish I could be bothering brothers, man. Well, you can't now, man. You in the woods somewhere. You can't now. You in a FEMA camp. All right. You're gonna wish and hope for those days, man, when you could. You know? And I best believe this. You best believe you're gonna want to communicate when shit is blowing up, cars, people hollering and shit. All right. What it is? Blood, guts, and ashes on the table. You're gonna want to communicate then, man. You're gonna try to get it right then. Well, it starts now, man. All right. The fellowshipping, it starts now. These things are important and they're vital to building up a relationship on the next man, knowing how he is and you is, man. What you about to say out?
Hey, just going back to the analogy of like the military, you want to get it right in boot camp, in training, before you actually have to go out there to the battle. You don't want to go out there with the wrong ammunition, so to speak. No plates in your flak jacket. Your helmet's all messed up. You don't know the drills or the commands or anything.
Have some breeze.
And you just more or less make it hard on yourself. Give me that shit right too,
Con, it's a rock 12 and 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shall thou be thanked for thy benefits.
Right. And the ones you supposed to do good by is who? The men of the Lord, the men that's on the side of you, man. The men that's in your church, man. Amongst the body, amongst yourselves. Going back into that Hebrews 6 and 10, did not pass this point up, just like the Sirach, it says, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good to all men. All right. And those men that they're talking about is the men, all right, of your nation, more or less, are the men that's, of the elect, or the men that's in the truth, man. It says, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. And who is that? The men, all right, the men of the Lord. You know?
Right.
Because you got guys, man, that more or less, be still in that nature where they're more in connection and communication with niggas in the world than the men that's on side of them, man. You let Ray and them know what time the club is for, where them hoes at. Hey son, them hoes gonna be on the Riverwalk tonight. Real? Yeah, bitch, I'm around that hoe. I'm gonna park around that bitch on magazine. Breaking communication with the bullshit, But you gotta be in communication at all times, man. With the body, There's things that go on, and also other moving parts that you wanna be in tune with. All right, you gotta be in tune with the body, man. Anybody have something? I got the better one.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, and break it down too. Y'all brother, break it down, man.
Okay, I got that Hebrews 13 and 1. let brotherly love continue. So that don't mean, you be a brother just on camp day, you know, or you're a brother on Wednesday night or whatever, it's me. You need to be called and be brotherly every day of the week if possible. I know brothers got their own thing going on, but at least if you talk to a brother once throughout the week, checking up on them or fellowship, you got to keep letting that continue. Like the elders say, when shit hit the fan, you're going to wish you had a brother to talk to in that day. And you're going to talk to them niggas in them camps. Brothers end up being in a damn FEMA camp somewhere. So you're gonna be looking for your brother in that crowd in that day, So it said let it continue, and that's what we should do.
And it should convict you, man. All right? Because you don't want to be that guy, man. You don't want to be that guy that's somewhere, all right, and I bring it up time and time again, somewhere, somehow, the Most High got you somewhere, and you thinking about all the things that you could have did with the men that's in your camp, or that brother that you shied away from being close to, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got a wacky personality, or he's like this, or he's look a certain way, man. Or I don't know what it is. All right, you got to be that brother that it convicts you now that I wanna build memories with that man now, man, so they can be talked about in the kingdom. Oh, we had fun. We went to the bowling alley. Oh, me and that brother had fun that night. We laughed our ass off,
Mm-hmm.
You gonna know that I gave my all 100% to that man. All right. So wherever I may be at, Lord willing, you still be around and see Yahweh Shai. You'll be like, you'll have good memories, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I got one out.
Yeah.
I got one
Somebody
too.
give me Go ahead, you got it. I'm gonna get this other scripture.
All right, this is the book of if I can make a quick point, because like that, back in the Elder, when we was in the world, we got backstabbed countless amount of times, got screwed over, got defrauded,
Mm-hmm.
our image got spit at, whether it was lies or rumors or whatever. And when you come into the truth, we was always asking ourselves, well, where's the real and where are genuine people at? People that will really sincerely lay their life down for you without asking you for anything in return, except the same. This 2 Corinthians 5:17, it says, therefore, if any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. So when you come into this ministry, you got to embrace it. Put your image to the side and reprogram yourself, whether it be by the way you communicate, how you dealt with people, even how you trusted people. You got to reprogram all that and realize that the Lord put sincere men here to be for you, for whatever you need. If you need someone to lean on, you need someone to talk to, confess to, and certain things like that, the Lord set them up for them specifically to do that for you. You just got to trust in the body and put your image to the side. You got it.
Hey, I'm gonna give me whoever was holding it at first. John 1:7, but go up to 5 and come down to 7.
I got it. This 1 John 1, starting at 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him and declare unto you, that the Most High is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Yahushua Mashiach, his son, cleanseth us from all sin.
All right. And get that word fellowship out.
Gone.
I think it's G2842.
Gone. It's the same word in Hebrews. It's koinonia, which y'all know all about that word. It's fellowship, association, intercourse, joint participation, communion, community.
And I'm gonna say this for those who get all messed up about the word intercourse. It's you say Jake mine in the gutter, but another word that goes back to intercourse is to know. All right, to know someone. So you get to know your brother. You breaking bread, man. You get like the brother said earlier. In the sense, you get intimate, meaning Somebody, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. Attempt on intimacy. Somebody give me Tobit, man. Tobit. It was an attempt with Tobias and the angel Raphael, man. You know, which all this was set up. In a sense, I just gonna bring it. The example comes to my mind, so I'm gonna get it.
I got the etymology of this word intercourse too, if you want it.
Yeah, bring it out while I get this. While I want the brother, whoever want to get the Tobit.
So intercourse is a compound word. You have inter, which in the Latin inter means between, and then you have the root word carere, which means to run. So intercourse means to exchange or run between, to have communication to and fro. You know, of course, you have sexual intercourse, but in the context, in a general term, intercourse just means to communicate. That's all it means. It also says to mediate, to run between, to intervene. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me
Tobit 12.
Tobit 5 and 4 and read down about
Yeah, I got it. If anybody else got it.
You got it up.
about 11.
Okay, this
This for
Tobit.
example.
All right, this Tobit 5 and 4.
The Tobit, I'm gonna just tell you, Tobit gonna try to get close, intimate with Raphael, which Raphael came down in the flesh as a man, but in a sense he was an angel that came down to do a certain job for Tobias and his father and them, man. But it just shows you how even today, in a sense, if I go to your house, I'm talking about from the old school parents and grandparents that you have, if your friend comes by your house, what's your grandfather, your father, your mother gonna ask him? Hey, who your people is? Right?
Yeah.
Hey, who your people is?
Who you related to?
So even when you meet somebody, you ask them who your people is, who you run with, who you know here. I went to so and so school. That's the intimate part, man. Getting close, man. But go ahead, to bring out the example.
Okay, this Tobit 5 and 4. Therefore, when he went to seek a man, he found Raphael that was an angel. But he knew not, and he said unto him, Canst thou go with me to Rages? And knowest thou those places well? To whom the angel said, I will go with thee, and I know the way well, for I have lodged with our brother Gabriel. Then Tobias said unto him, Tarry for me till I tell my father. Then he said unto him, Go and tarry not. So he went in and said to his father, Behold, I have found one which will go with me. Then he said, Call him unto me, that I will know of what tribe he is, and whether he be a trusty man to go with thee.
Did I know him? Did I get intimate and close with him, man? Get that word real quick, before we continue.
I'm on my phone.
I'm talking to Amawai. Get that word.
Oh.
Before we continue. That brother hear me?
Yeah.
You said it no? The word no?
The Noah, yeah, I think it was Noah, something like that. Intimate, it was one of them you say you was gonna get.
Yeah, no, it says to have developed a relationship with someone through meeting and spending time with them.
There you go. One more time,
It says to know, having developed a relationship with someone through meeting and spending time with them, to be familiar or friendly with.
There you go, man. So this now read that again in the Apocrypha, what Tobias' father said.
All right, this is verse 8. So he said unto him, So go and tarry not. So he went in and said to his father, Behold, I have found one which will go with me. Then he said, Call him unto me, that I may know of what tribe he is, and whether he be a trusty man to go with thee. So he called him, and he came in, and they saluted one another. Then Tobit said unto him, Brother, show me of what tribe and family thou art. To whom he said, dost thou seek for a tribe or family, or an hired man to go with thy son? Then Tobit said unto him, I would know, brother, thy kindred and name.
Right. It just shows you that Tobit and his father try to get close to him, man, and get to know him, man.
Mhm.
Right? That's just an example. Anybody has something?
Mhm.
I got one.
I got a word.
All right.
You got it up.
Yeah, this the word inextricable. Pronounce this for me, Raya. INEXTRICABLE. 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 Right. Inextricable. Intertwined. I had looked it up on just a regular definition. It says not able to be escaped from, not able to be disentangled, extremely involved or intricate. So by intertwining, all right, you make yourself intricate, all right, or extremely involved with one, or whoever that other person is, or persons, or guests, all right, because through our gifts have made room for us to connect with each other, man. All right, so it's really no excuse why if you're not connecting through communication or basically entangling yourself, all right, with the men who share the same we got the same common goal. We want the kingdom of heaven, man. Why we can't bounce thoughts off each other, think about heavenly things, like, because this is what happens when one gets to know a person. They get intimate, and what they basically speak those things that's embedded inside of them that they want to relate to one another. It's called the relationship. It's a way you communicate by sharing your relations to one another and how you relate, and how your relations entangle with each other or intertwine with each other. You got it, bro.
I got a precept back up what you said.
Whatever. I just wanted to bring that out.
Okay.
That word.
You said something, Wadi?
I said I had a word too. Like, I'll go after you.
Oh, kind of. But this is Romans chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 10. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. And we know what love is according to the scriptures, by keeping the law, by doing everything according to it, and showing that same diligence to your brother. You see your brothers in particular straits or situations, you go out and help him. You show him that brotherly love, as it says, in honor, preferring one another, preferring another brother to yourself, because it's all about taking the welfare of your brother into consideration more than yourself. Because if your brother's weak, then that makes you weak, and that makes the whole body weak. We've all got to be working perfectly in tandem, and it's all up to each brother to carry their own weight and be inextricable towards each other, meaning you're not easily broken apart. You're intertwined in this business of ours, this thing of ours, the truth. This is the next verse, verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. And I wanted to get that word, 2 words in the Strongs. First, I'm going to get that word business, which is G4710, spude, earnestness, diligence, earnestness in accomplishing, promoting, or striving after anything. And we all strive after contributing to this body and pulling our weight and showing brotherly love to each other. You see your brothers in a situation that you can help him in, you help him in it, and you expect the brother to do the same for you as well. To give all diligence, interest oneself most earnestly. So we got that word business. Now let's get that word slothful, which is what you don't want to be. And if you're not into exhortation or communication or doing anything decently and in order, you're being slothful. but this is that word slothful. Okaneros, sluggish, slothful, backward. And in the Strong's definition, it says to be tardy. And if you're tardy, what does that mean? You're late. You can be spiritually late to this body. You're not paying attention to anything. You're not communicating with the brothers. You're not pulling your weight. You're just being tardy to everything. You're stuck. You're stuck in your own rut, so to speak. I.e., indolent, figuratively irksome, grievous, or slothful. And I wanted to get that word indolent in the dictionary. It says wanting to avoid activity or exertion, lazy.
Yeah, wanting to avoid activity, man. You got guys like that want to avoid activity by all costs. Yeah, you know, we didn't ran past a series of guys that just can't be brotherly, man. Which this thing of ours, showing love to your brother, communicating these things, are really, you know, they're easy. You know, it's easy, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get some of the similar words in it too. I'll reread the definition for indolent: wanting to avoid activity, wanting to avoid being brotherly, wanting to avoid communicating, fellowshipping, or anything. You want to do your own thing. And we always say this. Jake knows exactly what his problems is, but Jake needs to gird up his loins like a man and fix it in order to not be a hindrance to the body. Here's some similar words: lazy, idle, slothful, loafing, work shy, lackadaisical, sluggish, listless, slow moving, plodding, slack, negligent.
Oh, say negligent and slow moving and idle. Hey, you know when your car sit there and park, that bitch idle, it ain't moving, man. It is loping. It's shit crazy, man.
Hey, listen to this.
And Kaya, give me 1 Timothy 6 and 17 and read down to 19. Go ahead,
I'm gonna get two more. And the last one I'm gonna get is you do not want to be this last one. And you really gotta examine yourself. Dull, and the last one is good for nothing. You don't want to be good for nothing in this body. You gotta make sure you're contributing and giving your all to this body. You don't want to be a dead weight around here. You don't want to be good for nothing. You don't want to be that cancer or that tumor, because what does that eventually come to? It getting cut off from the body.
Yeah, like I said before in a past video, like amongst the super rich, if you're a man that comes to the table with your skills and abilities, if you can't come to the table and you can't be used, you're useless to the men at the table, man. You're useless. If you can't be used for something, networking, anything, man. Same thing with these scriptures. If you can't bring something to the table and the men amongst the body with you, man, you're useless, man. You're just dead weight. Go ahead, go give me that Timothy,
This 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. That they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate.
Yeah, willing to. Because now all men are willing to, man. But you're a young man on the side, all right? You're watching the men before you bring it out. You watch the men before you go on the highways and byways. And there's also behind the scenes. Those men that you see are in communication with each other, man. They talk, all right? There's they should be presenting themselves on a weekly basis, man. All right? At least doing something. All right, and that's how you gotta come in. You gotta come in actually mimicking the things that you see, the righteous things that you see that men do. Because sometimes the men before you might do something that you don't understand right now, man. Because it's really what the scripture say is it's kind of like meat to you. It's something that might cause you to stumble because you don't understand right now, man. All right, but it's still lawful though. Go ahead.
You live today.
Romans chapter 14 really teach you about what you're saying, Zaquan. Like if younger brothers, more or less want to read that about being stumbling at things they may not understand or whatnot, or that may be lawful, all right, but not expedient because you're a young man. But Romans 14, that's a good chapter. It's 1 Timothy 6 and 19. Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life.
And like I say, having communication is a part of the foundation that has to be laid. And it says it right here, laying up in store for them a good foundation against the times to come, that they may hold fast into eternal life. And that foundation has to be laid with communication and the fellowshipping of the body, because the times to come, you're gonna still need it. Whether the Lord have you together, all right, or you by yourself, man. We don't know what's the what the future might hold for us, man. Lord willing, we are that number though, man. And like I say, we are prisoners of hope. We hope that we be saved by Yahweh Shai, man. And if not, so be it. It is what it is, right? But like I say, my whole thing is, and staying humble is in hopes of me helping you get on the chariot and you helping me get on the chariot, man. If need be. If I don't make it, I hope you make it, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though, man. And like I say, and if this hypothetically, let's say we're not those men. Let's say we're not the elect. At least I put forth the effort to help and bring forth the elect, man. At least my story will go out when I do able to come in the kingdom. At least my story will be way better than the 2/3, man. I put forth the effort of doing the work, though, man. But we hope for better, though. I'm just saying hypothetically. All right. I got this. I got a little small one. Anybody got another one? I got a little small one. Probably end it out.
I had one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you had said something earlier that really hit. You said without communication, you don't have a body. And, that just stuck out to me. Brothers know my situation, but it's like you have the most athletic body. You got the smartest brain. If the brain and the heart don't communicate, what good is any of that? It made me think of this 1 Corinthians 13:2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Phil. Go ahead, because it's funny that you bring that scripture out, because that was one of the main scriptures that was, in a sense, was put out there, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, that word charity in the Greek is agape, which is brotherly love. So if you know all the scriptures, you could break this down, you could prophesy about this and that, and you don't have brotherly love, you're nothing. You're not part of the body. Without communication, there's no body. Again, you could have the best brain, the best heart, biggest biceps. You jumping out the gym, you're doing all this stuff. If those parts don't communicate, you're dead basically. What good is it? You got it, huh?
Yeah, give me and so one of you brothers get the word charity, man, right here. But get first Peter 4 and start about 7.
I got it. It's 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand.
Came out again.
It says, be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
Yeah, a fervent charity, man. Somebody got to get that word fervent and charity, man. Let me see something too. Because I know it's pretty much going to probably say this. You get it there before me, man.
That's the word fervent.
Yeah, bring it out. I'm gonna look for this other word too.
Strong's G 1618. Ectenase.
It says like the nace fervent, stretched out, intent, earnestly, without ceasing, assiduously, without ceasing, fervent. It says more intently, earnestly.
Huh.
Yeah.
In the dictionary here, it says having or displaying a passionate intensity.
Yeah. You gotta be passionate. You gotta be extremely passionate about this, man. All right. You know, that shouldn't be, you know, a thought in your mind not to want a fellowship and not to want to communicate, man. All right. Because those things that you do sometimes can be uplifting to a brother. You know, brothers go through shit, man. Brothers got a lot. A lot of brothers have a lot of things going on, and they just may need you to just talk to them, uplift them that day, man. They might be on the verge. One day, a brother might be on the verge of this. Let's say, more or less, quote unquote, falling off, or stumbling, or slipping into going back into some shit, and you'll call. Because sometimes you think of a brother, sometimes and he wind up calling. You know, just thinking of him, man. Sometimes before you can press a button for that brother calling, man, and sometimes that's just what a man may need to uplift him and get him by that day, man. Just talking to him or just pulling up on him. You know, that's how much more important than you as a brother may be to another brother, man. Just that little bit, because at the end of the day, more or less, our conversations ain't just talking about. We ain't talking about b-ball all day. You best believe when you on the phone with a man, scriptures coming out. Especially if a brother going through something, you are gonna get the scriptures for the man. You are gonna help. You gonna build him back up, man. Don't worry about your people, man. Hey, let me get the scriptures for you. You gonna go through the scriptures, man. You gonna uplift them. All right. You gonna give him a balanced conversation on how to handle a situation too, man. Whether that be based on the scripture or whether that be based on life experiences too, man. All right. Go ahead, Doc.
Right. This is back in 1 Peter 4:8. That word charity.
Strong's G26. Agape. Agape.
Agape, it says charity, affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love feast of charity.
It is charity. Charity is love for the brother, love for the brethren, man. It's true love, man. You know, and you have to build that relationship with a man based on the scriptures first. That's got to be the pillars, the foundation. All right, it can't be based on no bullshit, man. Y'all playing the 2K and shit all goddamn day. No, you gotta get in them scriptures. When you go see a brother, go get in them scriptures too, man. Before the bullshit come out, before the bottles, whatever y'all doing, let that be work done too, man. You know, and I'm just saying that based on experience. You know, I ain't like I say, I ain't talking about no particular body. I'm talking about based on experience. All right, based on experience with certain men I done came up in this thing with, man, and other things that were passed down from the apostles unto us, man. It has to be when you build a foundation with any man in this truth, it gotta be scriptural. It gotta be based on this spiritual first, man. Business has to be handled first. You know, and like I said, you got brothers, you know, got young brothers on in the camp, like the brother Kabar. You on the thing. These are the things and the traits that needs to be talked about, man. All right, the order of things, man. How you handle disputes amongst each other too. Because I got a scripture here. Let me get it real fast, and we can continue real fast. This is Sirach 37, And 16 it says, let reason go before every enterprise, and counsel before every action. So that's something that has to be done too, man. Counsel before you make a move, man. Go seek counsel, man. Yeah, that'll save you a lot of headache getting counsel on things, man. All right, go ahead, Doc. You got it. Back in that Peters, whoever had that.
I got it up. It says 1 Peter 4:8, and above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
That's right.
Use hospitality to one another without grudging.
Yeah, get that word hospitality. We're gonna get some words tonight, man.
I got it.
Get that word grudging, man. Yeah.
Hey,
Get that word grudging, because you can't be calling yourself a man of law and grudging. You gotta let a lot of shit go, man. All right, and then the ones of you who the offense was done to, you can't keep a black cloud over a man's head too, or stigma, or stereotype over a man's head because he rubbed you the wrong way one time, or 2 times, or 3 times, or whatever. However many times he rubbed, you can't keep that shit over a man's head if he's striving to make it right, or he is making it right. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Mm-hmm. You got it, Kyle?
What? No, I was saying that I had got it. I got these words. It came out again the second time.
Yeah, get him again.
We get him again.
Home.
Yeah,
Somebody needed to hear it.
good.
Coming out again because somebody needed to hear it, man.
I got that word hospitality. It says Philos.
Strong's G 5382.
Philoxenos. It says hospitable, generous to guests, lover of hospitality.
Yeah, you gotta be generous to guests, man. All right, and when actual guests come down, you gotta be generous to them, man. You don't treat your guests any kind of way. You make and down here, man. You know, down here, when the brother do come down, his money is no good, man. We done been in places where our money was no good. You pull out some dollars, man, brother gonna get offended out here, man. You know, like them brothers up there in North Carolina and Raleigh, brother gonna get offended, man. You pull out some dollars talking about buying you a drink or something. You know, but that's how it's supposed to be, man. That's how our foreparents did it back in the day, man. On a long voyage or a voyage somewhere, and you stop in a town, you obviously you are of the kindred of being an Israelite. They're gonna take care of you, man. Go ahead, Doc.
That's right. It says fond of guests. It says lover, use, hospitable.
Get that word grudge.
Yeah, I got it.
Get it. You got it.
Yeah, the Strong's G 1112, Gonglismas, which says a murmur, murmuring, muttering, a secret debate. Whew.
Yeah, you can't be doing that either, man. Especially when it's you offended on that level. You gotta do Matthew 18, man. You know, you gotta, and like I said, this thing is a family. Brothers do talk about certain situations. Don't get it twisted. But when it comes to that level where you so-called offended, or you offended, you gotta go do Matthew 18, man, and go holler at that man about that. You know, and the scripture talks too about not letting the sun go down on your wrath, man. All right, and be ye not angry, being not angry, man. Hell in that shit. You gotta somewhere down the line, Jake. You gotta get some hell in your chest, man. All right, you gotta go deal with that. A lot of guys don't want to deal with controversy. A lot of guys don't want to deal like men. You gotta do it. If I did you something, me personally, I have an open door policy. Come holler at me about that shit, man. Maybe it's not to the extent that you think it is, man. You know, you can't deal with me, but go tell somebody four states over some shit, man. You got to come deal with me. If I'm the problem, deal with the problem. Don't talk around the problem, man. Go ahead. Somebody want to say something?
Yeah, I got you something real quick. This Romans 14:19. It says, "Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace."
And
And
what makes for peace sometimes? Just talking, man. Counsel. Communicating. Fellowship, man. These are the things that cause for peace. These are the things that keep a lot of BS down, man. You know, like I said, I'm just bringing this out. This, like I said, somebody needed to hear this, man. You know, there ain't nothing going on, nothing like that. It just Jake needs to hear these things. Jake has to be refreshed on these type of topics. Jake lose focus of these type of topics sometimes, man. Somebody give me that Matthew 18. I think Matthew 18, Matthew 13.
I got a little bit.
Hey, go ahead, keep going. I got it. What you?
Yeah, it tell you also in the apocrypha that to basically counsel with your friend, because it may be not that he didn't say it.
I'm holding it.
Oh, you holding it? This Romans 14:19. This quick. Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace, which communication bring a peace about it. It may be a broken peace somewhere that is just a misunderstanding. Like maybe you thought I meant this. You know what I'm saying?
I said 90% of the time, it's a misunderstanding amongst.
It's a misunderstanding because we men of understanding. So if we're not connected somewhere, then obviously there's a misunderstanding on what we're making the judgment about. Like it's just somebody don't have the right judgment, and once the right judgment come into play, the misunderstanding disappear, man. All right, it was like a magic trick. All right, it's like, okay, oh, I miss you on you saying this. All right, and then from there you level up.
I'm gonna say this too, man. A lot of times you brothers, you gotta talk to each other with a sense of respect to the where when a man talk, you're listening to what he's saying, man. You're not your mind down the street. You actually getting an understanding of what he's saying, and then once he finished, you rebuttal. But then sometimes when you the brother that's actually expressing yourself, you gotta sometimes get him in. You understand what I'm saying now? Oh yeah, I understand. So there don't be no misunderstanding. You don't give it no point of misunderstanding because y'all actually engaging and listening to each other, man. And that keeps down a lot of the madness. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, "Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace, and things wherewith one may edify another."
Right, because that's what it's ultimately about, edifying one another, man. All right, edifying you. All right, that of Israel. All right, the believers behind the camera too, man. All right, especially you men, or you young men out there. All right, if because I don't know a lot of guys. If you striving to be in the camp, you striving to be around the body. And follow the Yahweh Shai, there's do's and don'ts. There are things that you need to know, and this is one of them. This is one of the most important things, man. All right. Yeah, you was done with that.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Somebody give me Matthew 18 and 15. You said you had something too, huh? I'm
gonna just go through this real quick. The brother had mentioned it. This Sirach 19 and 13. It says, "Admonish a friend, it may be he have not done it, and if he have done it, that he do it no more. Admonish thy friend, it may be that he have not said it, and if he have, that he speak it not again. Admonish a friend, for many times it is slander, and believe not every tale. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that have not offended with his tongue?"
Yeah. Who is he? That's self-explanatory. You go to a brother and admonish him and ask him, when you said this that day, did you mean it like this? Like what you meant by that? And the brother, oh no, this what I meant. And you get an understanding, oh, that brother didn't come at me this way. You know what I'm saying? Or if he did come at you that way, that you actually tell him about the shit, man, and how you ain't take too well with that. All right. And it also goes into the offense because we all rub rub the brother probably the wrong way, you know, more or less, man. You didn't ruffle somebody's feathers before, man. We all have done it, man. Whether it's in the truth or in life, man. You have done it before. Go ahead.
In 21, it say that. It is Romans 14:21. It is good neither to eat flesh, nor to drink wine, nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth, or is offended, or is made weak. But like you said, it's evil. Is evil basically to when a man eat it with offense, pretty much, like, man, or
Yeah,
do something.
You can't be
intentional.
running around mad with your brother all goddamn day. Your brother tell you something, you always offended. And every little thing, you just fragile as hell, man. Man, look at he just look at across the room at something. You think you're looking at it too, you offended. He say some shit. He asks you a question, you offended. You know, you gotta grow up, man. These are the, you know, things of the world that you gotta put off, man. Coming into Yahweh Shem Shah, you gotta start dealing like men, man. All right, and give me that Matthew 18. Anybody else got anything? We might end it on that.
No,
I got it right here.
You got what you say?
I got it on that Matthew for you.
Yeah, run it then. You got it.
It's Yahushua speaking, Matthew 18:15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
What did it say? Read it again, man. Jake need to hear that.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Right.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Yeah. So if you go, you know that's number one. If a man offend you in any type of manner, you know you go to that brother and that brother alone on an issue, man. I mean, shit happens sometimes. I mean, something it could be looked over, whatever like that. However you are built up, you know, everything don't need your energy. You know what I'm saying? But some of the major things, you know, you go to that man alone, man. Y'all talk that shit out. All right. And a lot of times from experience, it'd be a misunderstanding. All right, go ahead.
But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
And why is it saying that? Because actually this is in the law, man. All right. It's in the law, because if the brother don't receive what you're saying, or y'all don't come to agreement, you go back and get two to 3 more witnesses. Somebody I'm a why. Give me Deuteronomy 19:15.
This is in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin. In any sin that he had sinned, at the mouth of 2 witnesses or at the mouth of 3 witnesses shall the matter be established.
Right. All right. And that's the part of the law. All right. You go and get your 2 or 3 witnesses and let them judge the matter between you and the brother's disagreement, man. All right. And if, like I said, and if it be found that the brother that you are going to, that you first did the first step, you can't jump over steps, man. You know, you got a lot of guys that want to jump from 1 to 3, from 1 to 4, making a damn parody video about you. You don't even know why he mad at you, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to step 1, step 2, step 3, and beyond, man. All right. So step 2, 3 or more witnesses, they're seeing the point of that you making against that brother. Like, yeah, he was tripping. And now he's gonna tell you, if you don't even hear the witnesses, what you do. Go ahead.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
Right. And there's stuff beyond that. You go into, because every, you know, from beyond that, there's rank and file, man. There's an order to this thing. There's people that, you know, you can go to, that I can go to, that can go to these people and beyond, all the way up to the apostles, man, if need be. All right. And that's how you handle a situation within the camp or within the body. all right, within the state, man. All right, it has to be done. Order is a must, man. You know, anybody have anything to say or any other scripture before we get out of here? All right. So with that, man, I hope that was very edifying to the young men. All right, you younger brothers, man, or even some of you brothers that you ain't been to that in a minute. You know, you kind of slipped your mind or whatever. But I hope that was edifying. Until the next time, we give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh. Double honor to the elders, apostles of GMS. Peace and blessing and salutations once again to the whole elect and those that follow after the Lamb. Until next time, Shalom.
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 Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.